Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. All right, Bill Barr has been in my crosshairs for a while, so I wanted to see what he was up to. And I found this article on the Daily Beast. And according to Barr, Trump brought up things like executing rivals a lot, and doesn't seem really alarmed by that. Caitlin Collins was interviewing him, she mentioned former White House Communications Director Alyssa Farah Griffin claiming that Barr was present in the room in the summer of 2020 when Trump suggested that an unknown White House leaker should be executed. Barr said, well, I remember him being mad. I don't remember him saying executing, but I wouldn't dispute it. That says a lot right there. The president would lose his temper and say things like that. I doubt he would have actually carried it out. There's your first problem. Yeah, he won't do it, but he's not going to protest if somebody else does it. That's kind of the word splitting there. Collins pushed back on whether Trump would say things like that on other occasions. And Barr responded, he pivoted, said people would sometimes take Trump too literally. He'd say things similar to that on occasions to blow off steam, but I wouldn't take them literally every time he did it. Why not? Because at the end of the day, it wouldn't be carried out, and you could talk sense into him. Prompting Collins to counter that an unexecuted order doesn't remove the threat. But Barr insisted there's no threat. Pivot again. I don't think the threat is there. The thing that I worry about President Trump is not that he's going to become an autocrat and do things like that. Okay, F you, pal. Further, when Collins inquired if Barr believes that and whether or not it's a hunch, he said it's a feeling. Having worked for him and see him in action, I don't think he would actually go and kill political rivals and things like that. Got news for you. Later in the interview, when Collins read Trump mocking Barr's endorsement of him, he said, that's classic Trump. And then he said the real threat to democracy comes from the Biden administration. Hey, Bill Barr, read between the lines. So, it's going to be a reading on Bill Barr. And I brought out my Torino deck. I picked this up at an auction. It's a deck that came out roughly in the late 1920s. I don't know if this deck itself was a 1920s deck or if that's just when the deck came out, but I want to believe that these are 100-year-old cards or thereabouts. So this is my deck when I want to strip away all fanciness and just get right down to the bare bones reading of things. These cards are rather stark in that regard. So, yeah, Bill Barr gets none of the niceties here. When you don't think Donald Trump would have people executed, you don't think that he would be an autocrat, and you're going to blame the Biden administration as being worse than the Trump administration, you don't get the benefits of the doubt. You get... This would be Lena Rodriguez's version of the Thoth deck. Come on down. Bill Barr, what's the energy around him? Spirit, spare no expenses here. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. This is the Ten of Wands. This is an ending for him. I have to look at the cards. Swords and wands look very similar. The swords are curved and the wands are straight. So this is the Ten of Wands. This is Bill Barr. This is the end of Bill Barr. He's got nothing left to offer, nothing left to give. Again, it's just, if you are going to look at the American people and say Trump is not a threat, man, I would love to believe you. But I absolutely cannot. And I don't. Cross with the Eight of Cups. This is the walking away. The emotional walking away of things. So, he's over. It's funny. Barr should be doing everything he can to distance himself from Donald Trump. And I think by trying to say, Trump's really not that big of a threat, it's no big deal, he's trying to diminish the threat that the Trump administration had on the United States, still has on the United States, and his role in boosting up that administration. This is almost like, basically this is a gaslighting of us. And it's fueled by, underneath is the Four of Pentacles. Bill Barr is really concerned. He does not want the truth to come out about the things that he knows and the things that he did. So he's trying to diminish the threat. It's like, oh, don't worry about Trump. He's much to do about nothing. We can just walk away from it. There's nothing to see here. He's just a grumpy old man who says grumpy old man things. Please God, please God, please God, do not dig down any deeper. If you dig down deeper, you're going to find out just how corrupt I am in all this. In the past, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Trump and Bill Barr, going out and discussing their values. Bill Barr liked to work behind the scenes. Trump likes to be in front of the scenes. So in that regard, they're good. The problem is there's no trust between them because Trump can't keep a secret, and Bill Barr is all about the secrets. So Bill Barr wants to get his values across, but he likes doing it on the down low. Trump likes getting his values across and let everybody know about who's responsible for it. So there's a difference in style and messaging between the two. But don't doubt for a second that both of them have the same values. It's just how they go about it is different. Bill Barr is a sneaky rat. Donald Trump is a loud, obnoxious rat. But they're both rats. Current situation is the Three of Wands. Waiting to see the results of your actions. That could be messaging to Trump. It's like, just, cool your jets. I'm trying to help here. Why would he gaslight us, though? He's waiting for something. He's waiting for something to come in. He knows something is coming. Maybe it's just there could be some indictments coming or something along those lines that he's concerned about. And again, he's trying. That gaslighting is like it's like a PR campaign where he's trying to diminish the threat so that if something comes his way, he can say, "Oh, it was never a big deal. Why are you so upset? Why are you so worked up about this?" And that's where the gaslighting comes in. But there's something that he's waiting on, some plan that hasn't come to fruition yet. But I think it's probably dealing with court cases and such with Bill Barr. Here's your swords. Six of Swords. Okay, so the Six of Swords is about moving out of troubled waters to calmer shores. Bill Barr is trying to diminish things. He's trying to sort of settle things down and with his messaging, it's like, Trump's not a big deal. Don't get all worked up over this. Just calm down. In some ways, it's also this is like his way of gaslighting and voter suppression. It's trying to calm people down, saying, oh, Trump's not that big of a threat. You don't need to go out and vote. He's not going to be an authoritarian. It's Bill Barr is still playing politics here. But I would not trust Bill Barr. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Mind you, I would really like an opportunity to throw Bill Barr. Can I get that, please? Please? I'd really like it. I'd really like to be able to throw him. A lot. I think I would throw him to the tune of that great Irish group, the Dropkick Murphys, I believe is what they're called. And I think I would just rather just throw him and then drop kick him and continually do that. I think I would get a lot of delight and pleasure out of that, entertainment purposes only. Yeah, he's trying to diminish stuff, but I don't believe it for a second. If anything, Trump's the exact opposite. Trump is moving towards troubled waters. And Bill Barr is not doing us any favors with this. The lesson to be learned is the Five of Cups. That disappointment. Bill Barr, I think, is disappointed that he didn't get everything done and that Trump is such a putz that he kept getting in the way of all the things that Bill Barr tried to do for him. I think probably Bill Barr also thinks Donald Trump did not appreciate everything that Bill Barr did for him. Bill Barr should be worried because Donald Trump does take vengeance out on people. He would execute his rivals. He won't do it himself. He would have other people do it for him. But trust me, he would have them do it for him in a second. Guy's an idiot. To me, this is Bill Barr being the disappointment. You know, having that much intelligence, that much political influence, those positions that he held, and he's still gaslighting people. Iran-Contra hearings, to doing Trump's dirty work, squelching the Mueller report. You know, he's as big a traitor to this country as anybody in the GOP is. I don't care what he does to redeem himself. He will always be a traitor in my book. And the reason for that is simply because, unlike Michael Cohen, he shows no interest in a redemption arc for himself. None whatsoever. Still out there lying. Lesson to be learned, or the outcome is the Two of Wands, waiting for your ship to come in. Yeah. Or planning for the future. His current situation is he's waiting for something to come, but the outcome he's planning the future. So in some ways, whatever's happening with Bill Barr, he's regressing. He's regressing. And I think his messaging about Trump not being a threat is gaslighting, and he's not convincing anybody. If anything, Trump's words and his actions are diminishing Bill Barr's gaslighting to the point where he's diminished a step. Instead of, this is the Three of Wands going down to the Two of Wands, you're going in reverse. You're not progressing your message, you're regressing your message. So Bill Barr is gaslighting people, long and short of it. He's gaslighting people, and I think he's trying to protect himself. He's trying to diminish Trump's threat so that whatever crimes he's done, there's going to be some popular public opinion. That was 3 P's in a row for you alliteration fans out there. To diminish, that's another P word. Prevent? No, anyways. He wants to diminish public opinion. It's a PR campaign. Such that when he's held accountable, he can say it's not a big deal. It was never a big deal. My testimony in public's been it's not a big deal. Whatever. All right. No, I'm not going to read on Jeffrey Epstein on this one. I know you want it. I'm saving that one. I might read on it tonight later on. I'm saving that one. But what might be happening with Bill Barr? What's he concerned about? That he feels the need to gaslight for Trump in a PR campaign. It could still be the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Okay. Basically, I want to save the Jeffrey Epstein thing for the next time I do a video with my brother. That's why I'm not reading on here. So you'll get a twin tarot talk, and we'll go diving into that, and that would be fun to do with my brother. Okay? That's why I'm not doing it. All right. So what's he trying to hide? Okay, we've got, please, the Knight of Spades here. Knight of Spades. That's what I'm reading. Swords. Is it the Page or the Knight of Swords? Let's see. That's the Page of Swords. We have the Page of Swords here. Oh, he's been a snitch. Okay. He's gaslighting because he's trying to, he's been a snitch. He's been talking about Trump, and he's been talking about the things that his interactions with it. Basically, he's been doing stuff to limit his criminal exposure. That's what he's been doing, And this whole charade here is a public relations type of thing. So behind the scenes, he's telling the folks he's been talking to know exactly what he's been up to, but the public doesn't know that. So he can go ahead and try and diminish Trump's threat, because then it diminishes his threat. But he's out there spilling the beans on Trump. Cross with the Seven of Cups. The integrity or lack of integrity. The illusions and delusions. Yeah. This man has no integrity. He has zero effing integrity. F this guy. Does that mean he's lying to investigate? No, but he's definitely spinning. He will diminish his role in this. So he's telling factual things, but he may not tell all the facts. He may omit some details that would put him in a better light and others in a worse light. He's lying by omission. But that doesn't mean that what he's sharing isn't factual. It's just, it's got a spin on it. And this is the Knight of Coins. Yeah, he is trading information for things of value to himself. He's a mercenary at this point. He's in it for himself, and he's trying to save his gaslighting is trying to save his name. Okay. In the past, we've got. Okay, which one is this one here? Hang on. Sorry, had to pause for a second here. Because the 8, the Justice card is like the 12 in the Rider-Waite deck. But this is the Justice card here. So in the past, this is him being the Attorney General. And his form of Attorney General Justice. So all the stuff, all the dirt he's giving, all the damage control he's doing, the mercenary work, the lack of integrity, all happens as his time in the Justice Department. And now he's got legal complications, entanglements that he's now dealing with here. I've got the Nine of Wands is the current situation. There's a lot going on with this guy, and he's keeping one eye ahead of him and one eye behind him. He's there's basically, I think he knows there's a big wave coming, and Linda G says, whenever she throws cards on him, his health is never good. This is just him being tired and knowing another battle is coming. Weariness of that fight. He's not done testifying. There's one more. It's almost like there's one more fight left here. I don't think he definitely does not want Trump reelected. If Trump's reelected, he's a dead man walking. So I think he's kind of hoping that goes away. If Trump dies, then he's going to be happy, because then a lot of pressure on him goes away, and he can, blame other people and stuff like this. But this guy's not out of the woods, which is why he's still playing a PR campaign here. He's trying to sort of figure out what his best play is for the next battle that comes up. Here we go. So here's the difference between wands and swords. The swords are curved. The overarching energy is the Knight of Swords. A lot of anxiety that he's going through right now. This guy's under a lot of pressure, and I'm sure that's not good for his health whatsoever. There's a lot of things that are culminating. He's not at the end of his road, but he's really close to the end of it, both in the actions he's taken and what he's enduring in here. Whatever he's done in the past, it's like, they haven't decided they're going to indict him yet, or what the charges are going to be, but he's really anxious about that. The lesson to be learned is the Eight of Swords. And that's, he did this to himself. He was a willing participant in this. This is like the hostage card. But he willingly did it. He willingly joined in with the Trump administration. He empowered Trump. He diminished the Mueller report. He did things to basically secure the GOP's power. And I think what this Nine of Wands is, he got out when he knew the coup was coming. He smelled it, he figured it out, and he got himself out of there because he wanted plausible deniability. Because, again, he left like in October, November, something like that. And a lot of the coup planning really kicked in December after he was gone. So they were probably trying to work around him, and he stepped aside so he wouldn't be dragged into this like some of the other AG or acting AGs got dragged into this. But yeah, he's done all this to himself. No sympathy to this man whatsoever. The outcome is the Ace of Wands. Big action going forward here. If he's going to redeem himself, he's got to take some really strong action and hold people accountable who are held accountable. But knowing the way he's acting, the way he's not showing integrity, this is him taking the stick and just it's just him playing whack-a-mole. He's going to... Yeah, he's a mercenary. Basically, he's going to name names and he'll provide dirt on all these people. But what he's asking for in favor is that he not be held accountable for what his role in all this. And he may get away with it because he's a powerful person, a wealthy person, a former attorney general twice, and not older, not in great health, and they may just decide that we want all these other people that you can give us dirt on, and we can turn a blind eye to the crap that you pulled. No great love here for Bill Barr in this reading from me. We'll see how this all pans out, but I expect that as future court cases come forward, we're going to find that Bill Barr was just tape depositions and things along those lines. We're going to find that he was being a rat, because that's what he is, through and through, and not a very trustworthy rat either. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your kind words, your likes, your shares, everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so that my video makes it out to a wider audience. To folks discovering this channel recently or for the first time, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.